Now, the Ghana Journalists Association has called on the Ghana Police Service to arrest Member of Parliament for Yendi, Farouk Aliu Mahama, following an assault on City News' Northern Regional Correspondent Mohammed Alabira. An alleged assault, actually. Mr. Alabira was attacked while covering the chaos that disrupted the MPP's parliamentary primary in the Yendi constituency. Addressing a news conference, GJA President Albert Kwabena expressed disappointment that no action has yet been taken. He wants the police to act swiftly.
After a week of this disturbing gangsterism, no arrest has been made when the regional police commander also tasted the ruthless actions of the thugs. I'm surprised. Colleagues, where have we reached as a country for a journalist to be attacked, a senior police officer and EC officials to be taken hostage in a bus after the chaos for hours, only for the military to come in to their rescue? Until date, no arrest has been made. We call on Dampare and his team to explain this to us. Where have we gotten to as a country? Where have we gotten to? This should tell us that if care is not taken, this year's election will be bloody and the media stands to suffer. We have come to the conclusion that the Ghana Police Service has failed to live up to our expectations when it comes to issues relating to the media. Are they not supposed to protect us? If our safety is at stake, how do we defend our constitutional mandate and contribute to the development of this country? We keenly observe the swiftness with which the police arrest journalists at the instance of politicians and public officers, and yet only get the perpetrators of attacks on journalists arrested and charged. We are giving the MPP, regional and national, and the Dampare-led Ghana Police Service 10 days ultimatum, each to hear from them. They should arrest the perpetrators. If they fail, we shall advise ourselves accordingly.
Well, as we get into elections, it's unfortunate that more of this will happen. But how do we avert these attacks on journalists? I've been joined by the immediate past president of the GJA, Afel Money. Grateful for your time, sir. Not long ago, there were allegations of alleged attacks on journalists by thugs who work for Mavis Hawakumsen, who's minister. Now we're hearing of this attack by the Yendi MP, alleged. You must be worried about this situation. Hello, Mr. Afelmoni. Hello, Mr. Afelmoni. Right, so we'll try and get Afelmoni to join us for this conversation. He's the immediate past president of the GJA. The conversation has been, how we can protect journalists from being attacked by politicians, especially as the campaigns get heated. Of course, there's a history of the situation getting worse during this period. And the reason we need to find solutions. Not long ago, we heard that thugs who work for Hawakumsen allegedly assaulted a journalist. Now we're hearing that the MP for Yendi also allegedly has assaulted a City FM journalist. The GJA says the police has failed us. They've not worked up to our expectation. And Afel Money has now joined us on phone. Afel Money, I'm talking about the story we heard not long ago about the alleged attack on journalists by thugs who work for Hawakumsen. Now we are hearing about the Yendi MP who has allegedly attacked a City FM journalist. You must be worried about this situation.
Certainly, yes, I'm deeply worried because I still belong to the media community, and the media community have a collective stand, and this stand is predicated on the principle that an attack against one journalist is an attack against all journalists. And an attack against all journalists is an attack against our democracy. An attack against our democracy is an attack against the very soul of this nation. So as we speak, the soul of this nation is bleeding profusely from the two attacks and other attacks which preceded the Hawa Kumsi and Farouk Mahama's alleged attack. We commend most profusely the leadership of the GJA, GIBA, and Media Foundation of West Africa for acting swiftly and strongly against such attacks. And it calls for collective action on the part of all journalists to deal surgically with such issues. This is an issue of cathedral proportions, an issue which I've said and invest in people, an issue which affects our democracy. Ghana is a reference point and a standard measure when it comes to democracy and media freedom. But we've observed that on the rankings by reporters without freedom, reporters without borders, we've been experiencing a precipitous decline as a result of such attacks. The perpetrators of the assassination against Ahmed Swale have not been arrested. We were promised by the IGP that a special unit has been created to go into this issue. As we speak, nothing has come out. It gives us hope that at least the attacks against journalists will be abated. But what we witness now is rather a crescendo of such attacks, and this is not a good augury for our democracy at all. And you made reference to the December election. We know that our job is not cash rich, but risk proof. But we don't deserve such attacks by people who ought to know better. So we are calling on the authorities, reinforcing the call by the GJA, Media Foundation, and PREPA for the authorities to take it up with all the seriousness it deserves. This is an issue which will have an impact on the image of this country. And as you said, image is everything. So there's a blackest blemish on our image as a democracy and a free media state. So we are urging the IGP, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Minister of Information, the government, the Secretary, the President, who is addicted to human rights, fighting human rights. They should all come together to help address this issue and punish the perpetrators of attacks against journalists. This is a minimalist request we are making to these authorities.
Unfortunately, in an election year, the situation is only expected to aggravate. I'm not spelling doom, but I'm saying that because that has been the narrative over the period. How do we break this chain?
That's the more reason why we need to engage all the institutions which have stake in the media. The government, the Minister of Information, the military, the police, civil society. We should all come together. We should all come together, join forces, and deal with this issue. We expect the IGP, we expect the CDS, we expect the Minister of Information, we expect the President to summon a meeting to look at this issue with all the seriousness deserved. Because we are not yet at the peak of the campaign period, not at all. And one doesn't need a Sherlock to predict that tensions will rise as characterized by elections. Our elections are characterized by high voting tensions and red hot anger and obstinate determination by the two parties to win at all costs. But all this can crystallize into violence against journalists. So this is just as a wake-up call. It's not enough condemning the two attacks. This is the time for authorities to rise up, shape up in response to the dangers ahead.
Grateful for your time. Afel Moni is immediate past president of the Ghana Journalists Association. That's